Now is the time to get yourself some good Artifice armor. This week is available the fastest Artifice armor farm possible. If you don't know why you want Artifice armor more than any other armor set in the game, it's because it actually gives you a +3 stats on every single piece. So to show you here on my helmet, I just farmed for this helmet right here in the dungeon. You can see here that total of 61 stats. It's got really good spike in resilience and discipline, but because it's an Artifice armor piece, I can actually put this +3 intellect, +3 mobility, discipline, or even resilience on it, so it'll actually end up being a 64 stat armor piece. So what you're looking for is to farm up the exact right distribution that you want, usually high resilience, usually high discipline for Titan, Hunter, and Warlock in PvE. Inside PvP, it can be a little bit different, some variations there, and Hunters also have a little bit of different variations because they like mobility, whereas Warlocks and Titans don't. But if you can get an armor piece around the mid 60 stats with the right distribution, you're looking good, and you'll be able to get easily triple 100, sometimes even quadruple 100 stats for your builds. And Ghosts of the Deep this week is definitely the play to do so, especially because of the bugged shotgun glitch that's in the game right now. All you have to do is craft a succession into a slug shotgun, and it just does insane DPS overall. So you can one phase the boss in Master effortlessly, which is going to give you double armor drops for every single completion. Sometimes a weapon drop will squeak in there, but every time I farmed it, I got like 95% armor drops because the loot pool for this is technically every drop in this activity, and there's 5 different armor pieces, so it's weighted a little bit more towards armor because of that reason. At the very least, if you don't want to get crazy stat distribution armor for helmet, gauntlet, chest, and boots for your Titan, Hunter, and Warlock this week, you should at least get an Artifice class item. It's without a doubt the best class item in the game. You can use it across all activities, and you just get a +3 stat across the board. I highly recommend to at least get the class item on all 3 characters. The gameplay that you see here behind me is me and 2 other teammates, one phasing the final boss of the dungeon in the master difficulty. You don't even need to bring anti-champion mods or anything because the shotgun just one-shots the champions. And when it's time to damage, it can be a little bit hard to shotgun her because she's in the air, but you just put a Well of Radiance down with Lunafaction boots, you'll stay alive, and you'll be able to easily shotgun her from the ground. The one phase is absolutely free once you get a few practice runs in. Even the Hive Guardians on all 3 sides die like 1 or 2 shots to the shotgun, so it's super easy, super free with this glitch right now. One thing I should mention, however, is that the Duality dungeon is the best activity to farm for Artifice armor. The stats tend to drop a little bit higher when you're doing Duality. However, Duality is not the weekly featured dungeon this week, so unfortunately when it is Duality, this glitch will be gone. So if you want to wait to just do Duality, you can instead, but it's definitely worth it to jump in this week in my opinion, because even though the armor may not be dropping nearly as high as stats as it does in Duality, it still is decent. We were getting 66 stat rolls all over the place from doing this, and double drops is obviously very nice as well, and you get double drops from killing the boss. It's infinitely refarmable regardless of any week that it is because it's the most recent dungeon. And on top of that, if you don't get the best armor in the game, the best stat distribution on your Artifice armor that is, you can also get the Cold Comfort rocket, which the god roll of this rocket is easily one of the best rockets in the game. Definitely worth farming, and again, you get double drops, so you have a higher chance of getting it from the boss than you do any other encounter. And in doing so, you can farm up some of the best Artifice armor in the game. Obviously, Bungie is looking to implement a fix, so this isn't going to last forever. This is just a 24-hour, 48-hour PSA until Bungie actually removes the aggressive frame from your slug shotguns. Once they've done that, this will no longer be available, so keep that in mind. Now's the time to do it. I would kind of strike while the iron's hot. I personally went and farmed for a couple hours on my Warlock and my Titan just to get some good armor, and I came away with some pretty decent armor in a very short period of time because you can get super fast clears with this, so I highly recommend you do the same. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, and click on the screen here to watch another video from the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.